analyze your dreams. We're going to get to the root, the cause, the issue that's going on inside your very own head. If you haven't seen, I made a part originally to this, a first part if you will, where I talked about some of the most common dreams, and then we took our trusty dream journal and we had a flick through and just picked out some random words. But I didn't want to do that again, so I'll do the second part again because that is different. But what I thought today, for the first half of the video, or maybe not half, I don't know, I would read some of the dream theories. So why we dream, however, this is Wikipedia. It's a book, it's fine. These are quite long. There is 3 popular dream theories as well as a little bit at the end, but I think I'm going to just stick to the 3 main ones, and I'll just kind of mention the afterward. But I'm going to kind of skim, if you will, just get a quick idea of what their theories are, just kind of maybe a few examples. I don't know, we'll see where this goes. So we have 3 dream theories that are popular. We have one from Freud, Sigmund Freud. We have Carl Jung, and we have Calvin S. Hall. Those are the 3 main ones, and then the other one is Anne Faraday, who is in the 1970s, so that's the most recent one. But we will go all the way back to 1899, which Sigmund Freud published a book called The Interpretation of Dreams. In this book, Sigmund Freud argued that the motivation behind dreams is wish fulfillment. And again, later in another book, he would discuss dreams which do not appear to be wish fulfillment, and that big words, and that the insignation of a dream is often to be found in the events of the day preceding the dream. So, basically what he's saying is, you're just kind of dreaming what your mind didn't process throughout the day. In the case of very, very young children, Freud claimed this can be easily seen as small children dream quite straightforward of the fulfillment of wishes that were aroused in them in the dream day, so whatever didn't happen. In adults, the situation is more complicated, and we tend to distort our dreams. So we have manifest content being heavily disguised derivative of the latent dream thoughts present in the unconscious. All very digestible information. So it kind of disguises our wish fulfillment that our brains were unable to process throughout the day. Let me see. In his original formulation, the latent dream thought was described as having been a subject to intrapsychic force. I am butchering this reading, I apologize. Intrapsychic force referred to as the censor. In a more refined terminology of his later years, however, he described it as superego, the work of the ego's forces of defense. So his classic early dream analysis is that of Irma's injection. Interesting. In that dream, a former patient of Freud's complains of pains. The dream portrays Freud's colleague giving Irma an in-sterile injection. Freud provides us with pages of associations to the elements in the dream, using it to demonstrate his technique of decoding the latent dream thought from the manifest of the content of the dream. So basically, as I've said, his theory is kind of saying that everything she hadn't processed which she's worrying, she's not processing, she's worrying about this injection, she's worrying about her pains, so it manifests in her dreams in quite a literal way. However, he does say that it can manifest in different ways, which again we'll come back to in a later theory. So, Freud listed the distorting operations as he claimed they were applied to repressed wishes in the form of the dream. It is because these distortions, the so-called dream work, that the manifest content of the dream differs so greatly from the latent dream thoughts reached through analysis. Again, I'm just really staying on board with this, and it is reversing these distortions. So, these operations included. I'm not sure where operations came from, but we're listing things now. We have condensation. One dream object stands for several associations and ideas, thus dreams are belief. In comparison with the range of wealth of the dream's thoughts. So an object has significance to something in your life. Okay, I'm there. Displacement, a dream's object's emotional significance is separated from real object or content and attached to an entirely different one that does not raise the sensor's suspicions. I think what that means is if you are attached to something like a teddy bear, but you have this special emotional connection, it may manifest in your dreams, but not as the teddy bear. Again, I'm not sure. Listen, I have 0 IQ, so visualization, a thought that is translated to visual images, that's an easy one. And symbolism, a symbol replaced an action, person, or idea. Okay. Thankfully, those last two were a bit easy. So yeah, I think we understand Freud's theory is basically it's like the dump, the mental dump. We just kind of process everything while we're sleeping. Any things we want, any things we're scared of. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm getting from it anyway. So that's Freud's dream. That's his theory. Here we go. We're moving on to Jung. So, although not dismissing Freud's model of dream interpretation, Carl Jung believed Freud's notion of dreams as representations of unfulfilled wishes to be limited. So basically, we're on track so far. So Jung argued that Freud's procedure of collecting associations to a dream would bring insights into the dreamer's mental complex. A person's associations to anything will reveal mental complexes, as Jung had shown experimentally, but not necessarily closer to the meaning of the dream. So Jung was convinced that the scope of the dream interpretation was larger, reflecting the richness and complexity of the entire unconsciousness, both personal and collective. Wow, Jung is smart. Jung believed that the psyche to be self-regulating organism, in which conscious attitudes were likely to be compensated for unconsciously, within the dream by their opposites. So the role of the dream is to lead the person to wholeness through what Jung calls a dialogue between ego and self. The self aspires to tell the ego what it does not know, but it should. The dialogue involves fresh memories, existing obstacles, and future solutions. Okay, I was completely lost there for a few paragraphs, but I think I'm on track. I believe what his theory suggests is that our soul speaks to us while we're asleep to say, you're making this decision wrong, or you're doing this incorrectly, or stay with that person, they're good for you. I think that's what's happening. I believe that's where he's going. He proposed two basic approaches to analyzing dream material, the objective and the subjective. In the objective approach, every person in the dream refers to the person they are. Mother is mother, girlfriend is girlfriend, etc. In the subjective approach, every person in the dream represents an aspect of the dreamer. Jung argued that the subject approach is more difficult for the dreamer to accept, but that in most good dream work, the dreamer will come to recognize that the dream characters can represent an unacknowledged aspect of the dreamer. Thus, if a dreamer is being chased by a crazed killer, the dreamer may come eventually to recognize his own homicidal impulses. So watch out, guys. If you do dream you're getting killed, you probably are the killer. How the tables have turned. How the turns have tabled. That's an interesting one. So that's kind of different than what we think. I'm pretty sure that in this dream journal there is a completely different idea. And almost, I believe in the last video, we talked about being killed was a completely different meaning than to look introspectively that you're going to have homicidal tendencies. I don't know if I believe that, but apparently this smart guy does, so anyway, that's an interesting, I like his theory up until that point, because I don't necessarily, if I'm being killed, I mean, so far I haven't woken up to homicidal tendencies, but then again, time will tell. You never know. Watch out. But I do like the idea of our soul talking to us. I don't necessarily believe it, but I like the idea of us like being guided in our life by our soul. So it's like, you know, you're doing this, and I think it's definitely interesting to believe in. Do I believe in it? Not really. Let me see. So he's just kind of stripping the details of the dream, presenting the gist of the dream to the dreamer. So he's taken out all the crud, he's just scrapes it off the top. He said, no, it's time to just get to the base of the dream. It's time to just realize that you are a homicidal maniac. So, John stressed that the dream was not merely a devious puzzle invented by the unconscious to be deciphered. He doesn't believe that they are menacing or mischievous. He believed that dreams may contain ineluctable truths, physiological pronouncements, illusions, wild fantasies, memories, plans, irrational experiences, and even telepathic visions. Sick. Just as the psyche has deleural side, we experience conscious life. I think I get it. I hope you get it. I think I understand what he's saying. Shall we move on to our third and final theory before we get into some dream journaling? This one is, you're going to be happy about this, but it is quite short, and I think it is quite also straightforward to what we are currently in belief of. That one didn't actually, before we move on, I don't think that one said around what time that theory was thought. I don't see a date. I'm not going to go searching for it. If I was meant to find it, I was meant to find it. But this is Calvin S. Hall's theory, and this was developed in 1953. Okay, this is a dream theory consisting of cognitive process. Hall argued that it was simply a thought or sequence of thoughts that occurred during sleep. This may be a manifestation of fear of friendship. Oh, sorry, this is an example. For example, if one dreams of being attacked by friends, this may be a manifestation of fear of friendship. A more complicated example, which requires a cultural metaphor, is that a cat within a dream symbolizes that you need to use your intuition. For English speakers, it may suggest that the dream must recognize there is more than one ways to skin a cat. In other words, more than one way to do something. That is his entire theory, is basically what we kind of think today, or at least what a lot of, I feel like, is the popular theory. If you got this far into it and think that I fully believe in dreams, I'm not sure. Believe in dreams. I believe in dreams because I have them, but I don't believe that they necessarily are full windows to the soul. I think a lot of them are complete nonsense. I think I feel my personal theory, and they're gonna add this to the Wikipedia page after this video, I feel they probably will, is that you just kind of dump stuff. It's just like, let me just throw that there. I don't think it always has a meaning. I really don't. But apparently Calvin did. Before we move on to the dream journal, I will quickly shout out Anne Faraday, who in the 1970s popularized dream interpretation by publishing books on do-it-yourself dream interpretation and forming groups to share and analyze dreams. So thank you, Anne, because you have allowed us to get into dream journaling, dream dictionarying. That is all from Wikipedia. The best book ever written. And now we shall be reading the words of Lady Stern Robinson and Tom Corbett as we flick through and find a meaning. Okay, starting with F. We're on the first page of F. Page 145 for those following along at home. And we didn't do this in the last one, but face is a big one because a lot of us have a face. So this is a straightforward dream in which its interpretation is in line with its aspect. If the face was smiling, it signifies pleasant new friends, experiences, and or financial gains. Good, 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 unless amusingly so. Faces portend loss. So if it's like laughing at you, damn, that's sad. To dream you are washing your face denotes a necessity to atone for some past indiscretion. Better make amends! Exclamation point. To see the face of strangers signifies an approaching change of residence. Moving house, are we? If the main feature of your dream was a facial blemish, you will have the variety of new opportunities to risk your reputation. And if you can't resist, at least be selective. Wow. So if you have pimples in your dream, risk your reputation. Be wise, be wise. On the same page, we're going to go with fairy. Whether the form of your dream was of pixies, gnomes, or just plain garden variety fairies, these charming creatures promise the materialization of your dearest wish when you least expect it. Great. So if any of you have been dreaming about fairies, there you go. But I'm going to make a disclaimer. If I have read any of these before, I already said that I have a 0 IQ, so please bear with me as I go through life completely blindly. Speaking of blindly, shall we talk about eyeglasses? The interpretation here varies greatly depending on the circumstances. In your dream, to notice glasses on someone who doesn't normally wear them signifies a need on your part to take firm action in ending a relationship you no longer want. Wow. To find spectacles or try them on predicts unexpected profit through a friend or successful gamble. Dark or sunglasses in a dream indicates a need for change from routine. Try a new hobby. That was loaded. So if I see somebody who's wearing glasses, who doesn't usually wear glasses, I have to break a relationship. Not necessarily with them, but with somebody. Hope none of y'all have that. We're going to stick with eyes as we go to eyelids. Eyelids featured in a dream are thought to symbolize troubles other than your own, which will soon be revealed to you. Give tangible assistance if possible, otherwise lend a sympathetic ear. Lend a sympathetic eyelid. That's pretty straightforward. Again, I don't know who's dreaming of eyelids and going like, oh my god, the most like sticking out part of my dream was that eyelid. I just can't feel, I don't think I've had a dream where I can specifically remember somebody having an eyelid that I'm like, now that's an interesting eyelid. If you guys have had that, please do let me know because I'm interested in you. Lobster. Yeah. Live lobsters in a dream signify approaching difficulties, but an annoying rather than limiting nature. Okay. To eat, cook, or serve lobster predicts the recovery of something you thought lost, repayment of a forgotten loan, or receipt of an overdue sum of money. Lock. To dream of picking a lock predicts an embarrassment due to involvement in someone else's affairs. If your dream featured a padlock, it signifies a probable need for legal advice or legal services to sort out some family or personal matters. Wow, that's a lot for a lock to deal with. I was choosing lock because I live in Ireland and we are currently in a lockdown for the second time. And some people, I'm not going to name names. I won't name names. Some people aren't taking it seriously. So just beware, because you might be seeking legal advice soon. That's how I stand in a fight, by the way. Unable to speak. Cart. Prepare for a long period of hard work and not much joy if you dreamed of riding in it. Oh. Or driving a cart. If you only observed the vehicle, you must still expect a slog, but it will be a short one. Carts overall are hard work, and if you're riding in one, it's not going to be good. Castle. The significance of this dream depends on the action. If the cattle were peacefully grazing, it is good omen of easy come prosperity. If you had to drive the cattle in your dream, you will also be successful, but only through hard and diligent work. Black or large horned cattle suggests that your business affairs receive closer attention in order to avoid loss. Good. Cattle seem to be doing good. There's one at the bottom of this page that I just simply have to read. Cauliflower. Whether you are married or single, you are likely to be experiencing a more agreeable way of life soon if you dream of cauliflower. Hell yeah, cauliflower is here to make life better. Let's all manifest a little bit of cauliflower in tonight's dreams, shall we? Dust. Not an auspicious omen. It signifies an approaching period of annoyances, petty quarrels, and minor embarrassments. However, if you manage to clean it off, the adverse aura will soon disperse. To dream of seeing a cloud of dust gathering or rolling indicates a new problem on your horizon, which will be overcome by prolonged effort. And if you see a dusty cart, wake up immediately. Unless it's filled with cauliflower. Then that's pretty good. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. I like this, just flicking through the book and finding out just complete random stuff that doesn't make sense. Let me see. Adventure. The type of adventure governs the interpretation of this dream, and while its meaning is quite straightforward, you must bear in mind that the exceptional case. Wait, I'm gonna begin that again. The type of adventure governs the interpretation of this dream, and while its meaning is quite straightforward, you must bear in mind that in this exceptional case, the prediction pertains only to your feeling about the adventure, rather than the details of it, i.e. pleased, amused, distressed, excited, ashamed, etc. And you can expect an experience of similar character shortly. So if your dream of adventure left you feeling guilty, put up your guard. If the dream concerned an adventure or adventures, you are probably in for a surprising change of environment. So again, that one is useless because it's just, if you dream of adventure, was it a good adventure? Okay, you'll have a good time. Was it a scary one? Keep your eyes closed because you're going to be spooked. Also, I would like to have timestamps for each word, but I'm going by so quickly that the timestamps will be too quick, and also I think I enjoy the just sporadic flipping through, and I hope you do as well. As we swiftly move on to apology. I apologize. Whether the apology was given or received, this dream in any form pertains to friends. You may lose one or gain another, or perhaps be surprised by the return of a former one. I'll be the gained friend if you want. If you're there, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. If you're there for me too. New boots. Not new boots, just boots. New and or comfortable, well-polished boots forecast promotion and financial security. But if they were shabby and or ill-fitting, you would be well advised to give some more serious attention to your personal affairs. Please. Brain. Pleasant and or profitable news from an unexpected quarter of the forecast in a dream featuring an animal brains. What the hell? However, if the dream involved human brains, it is telling you that you need to show more consideration for those you love. If you see a brain and you're not sure, you should definitely get to the dissection because this is make or break. Oh my god. We just passed Halloween, but it's getting spooky. As this one is corpse. A dream of contrary. Did I read this one? Maybe. A dream of contrary. It predicts a full and happy life. If the corpse was that of a stranger. Okay. Strangers be dead. If the dead person was known to you, it signifies an estrangement or unhappy love affair. If your dream involved a number of corpses, but without any particular distressing aspect, it is a forecast of success where you least expected. It just started to rain. If your dream featured a medical examination of a corpse, such as an autopsy, it portends to an unusual new experience to come. So, corpses, they just cover the whole range. Strangers dead, good time. Friend dead, they're gonna leave you. Cookies, no. Yes, trivial disputes are indicated in a dream of eating or giving or receiving cookies. Damn it. Cookies, you let us down. Cookies are bad. Cookies are bad. Okay. Iguana. This strange animal signifies an unusual social event and or interesting new friends. It's raining heavy. I hope that's not too loud. Ice cream. Whether your dream featured eating ice cream or making, buying, selling, or serving, it predicts important advantages and or major successes. Good stuff. I definitely feel like I read that one before. But that doesn't matter because I know I haven't read Lapis Lazuli. Shout out Lapis Lazuli. This beautiful blue gemstone featured in your dream is a sign of peace of mind through happy adjustment to your lot in life. Okay. Nursing. Thank you. General good luck in the message contained in a dream of a child being breastfed. Oh, that kind of nursing. Whoa. Or the dream of tending the sick. Okay. That was a shocking revelation for me. We have nurse, so I will go with nurse because I really thought that they were saying nurses breastfeed people, and I don't think that's true. Again, I'm not a nurse, so who knows? A dream featuring a professional nurse signifies marriage for the single and a family unit for the married, unless you are a trained nurse or in daily contact with them. Oh, we read this one already. Or maybe I read it. In which case the dream has no significance. Sorry, nurses, if you dream about yourself, move on, get a real job. Plastic. plastic. The meaning depends on what the article and whether or not the plastic factor created the element of disappointment in your dream. Plastic as such predicts a friendship which will surprisingly turn out to be useful as well as enjoyable. I am delighted for plastic. Rolling pin. Y'all know. Use of a rolling pin in your dream for its proper purpose indicates a happy family reunion, but if used in any other manner, it is a warning against hasty actions inspired by temper. That's a thin line to walk. Solid. The meaning of this dream varies according to the action as well as the sex of the dreamer. If the main feature of the dream concerned the preparation of the solid, for a man it is a warning that his affections are not well placed, and for a woman it is caution against idle flirtation. However, if the dream concerned eating or serving a salad, it predicts approaching luck in financial matters for a man and a pleasing increase in a woman's social status. Sexist dreams. Thank God I've been missing sexist dreams. There's too much unisex dreams out here. It's just embarrassing. Sapphires. Seen on others or in a display, these lovely blue gems forecast an improved social status through influential friends. However, if you dreamed of wearing them yourself, the dream is a warning to restrain impulse behavior. Women, if you see sapphires on display while eating a salad, you are going to be Kim Kardashian in a week. Shirt. Should we do shirt? I don't know. A clean shirt in a dream is an omen of good luck, but a soiled or messy one portends a period of gloom. Damn it. Again, shirts always let us down. Snake is so goddamn long. What the? Why is snake that long? I feel like I have to read it now. In its psychological interpretation, a snake in your dream is a phallic symbol. And to dream of one, especially if it was coiled around you or otherwise on your body, is a warning that you may be a slave to either your sexual passions or repressions. Oh my God, I hate this place. However, according to the oracles, snakes in a dream are a warning of various troubles, obstacles, or treachery. At least it's not about, phallic thing. Oh my God, treachery is better. I just don't want to be around that. I don't want that energy. Is not for me when I'm dreaming. Of course, the colors and other details must be carefully considered, but as a general rule, to dream that you are bitten by one portends a period of struggle against unfortunate circumstances, and if it was a cobra, it carries a special warning to guard against accidents. In the following few weeks, if your dream featured a snake wound around you, which you could not throw off, you are being warned to expect treachery where you least suspect it. To dream of being surrounded and unable to kill more than one or two indicates that you are in danger of being seriously cheated on by someone you trust. These snakes are bad. Overall, snakes are bad. But if you manage to kill or get rid of them all, it is a sign that you will succeed in spite of any hostile opposition. To walk over snakes without trying to kill them suggests that you will, in the end, actually turn the tables on those who are trying to block your way. To dream playfully handling snakes suggests that you are in danger of being led astray by unprincipled friends or associates. And if your dream featured a professional snake charmer at work, it indicates that you will have to defend reputation against malicious gossip. That was tiring. That was a full journey. That was a movie. We just experienced every emotion. Shame, scared, sad, happy, Cheating. Oh my god. I hated that. Snakes are bad. Let's take them out. Let's take them out together. Okay, violin. Don't you dare, violin. If the sound is pleasant, the dream augurs well for social and domestic affairs, but disharmony or broken strings portend to petty quarrels. So just, if we have a good violin, that would be nice. Walnuts. I think it's time to read walnuts. I'll do the last few. You won't have many luxuries, but you never lack the necessities if your dream featured walnuts. Okay? And if they come out of the shell unbroken, you'll be especially lucky in love. Nice. Okay. Watermelon. If they were on a vine, they are a warning against casual love affairs, otherwise they forecast unexpected travel. Good for watermelon. Wedding. Although there is a considerable variation among the oracles in regards to the meaning of this dream, a consensus seemed to agree that it's a symbol of happy but brief interlude. Oops. Of course, all details must be correlated and the interpretation thereby modified. So it's like, oh, it's going to be happy for a while unless anything is different about the wedding. That means you should stop thinking about it that way. Okay, I think we should all collectively get together and finish off with a word that makes us feel happy. Let's see. I'm going to find a happy word. Oh, there we go. There we go. If this lets me down. Wait, I lost it. If this lets me down, I'm ending the video so quick. I lost the word. Guys, oh, there it is. Okay. Our final word of the evening. That better. You better not let me down. Bed. A strange bed forecasts an upturn in business affairs. Your own bed promises security. Making a bed suggests that you should expect unexpected visitors. I'm putting it away. Bed was okay. Nothing too bad in bed. Oh my god. Nothing too bad as far as bed is concerned. I think I'll take a while to process that. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you are educated about dream theories. I hope that you are interpreted to the maximum capacity of interpretation. And I hope to see you next time where we will be doing other things, other activities, I don't know, we'll find out, I guess, when, who, where, how, and what we will be doing next.